Hello, my dear Capricorn. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. Let's look at your energy for this week, my dear friend. Your subconscious drives, your obstacle, support, possible outcome for this week, and the overall vibe. We got the Ace of Wands. You want things to change, my dear friend. You want things to be different, and you also want to make sure that you are concentrating on your inner self here. You're concentrating on your inner wellness and ease of mind. Something is bothering you. Something is bothering you a lot. There's a lot of interference from the outside world, and you're trying to either suppress it or work it out in a way where you can prioritize yourself. Let's look at the rest of the cards here. Interesting. Okay, so the Lover's card is your current energy. I feel like you have to make some kind of a choice when it comes to your partners. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic interest in your life. However, it could be a partner at work. It could be somebody you're running business with. It could be a colleague. It could even be like your what is it called, like if you're selling something to somebody, like your client, a client relationship. There's some kind of a partnership in your life that's not healthy. The Five of Pentacles is in your subconscious drive you, and you're realizing that this partnership is not healthy. It's not helping you. It's taken away from you, and you are understanding that somehow, some way, you have to walk away from it. But it hasn't been easy for you, either because of the dynamic of this relationship, your sense of commitment to this relationship, or some kind of a contractual agreement between the two. I don't know, like a marriage is a contract, right? As well as like a work partnership is a contract as well. You can't just walk away from it. You can't just shut the door and walk away. And it's been killing you. Like, it's been really on your mind. It's been giving you a lot of anxiety. And this Nine of Swords is a new obstacle here for this week as well. Like, it's traumatizing to you. It's either sparking some kind of past trauma that you're trying to overcome, or it's just making you feel sick to your stomach, like having to deal with this person, having to see this person for whatever reason. I don't know. This is a general reading, so take how it resonates. This could even be a situation, not necessarily a person, but I do feel like it is an actual individual in your life who's making you really, really anxious and distressed, and you hate it, like you don't like it. The Six of Cups is in your strength, though, which is really good. The universe is telling you, like, look at this partnership, look at this relationship. Even if you can't run away from it right now in this given moment, try to question yourself. What about this relationship specifically is making me tick? Why is it making me so upset? Why is this person what is this person triggering inside of me? Maybe there's a way that you can kind of like process and learn from this situation, in a way that, like, next time when you meet somebody who is a similar type of individual with a similar type of energy, you can recognize those red flags right away and therefore not walk into the situation again. The universe is telling you there is some kind of a lesson here for you to learn, and this is a good time to kind of search deeper into why this situation is upsetting you so much here. Four of Cups is a possible outcome, and I like it here because this is the energy of contemplation. This is the energy of kind of like, okay, I am in this situation and I don't have to like the situation, but let me see, why am I here? Why am I reacting to it this way? And what are my options? How can I separate from this situation without breaking some kind of legal contracts, without kind of making it worse for myself, and while preserving that inner well-being that you're so trying to preserve here? Tough week, my dear friend. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video, click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Aquarius. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. Let's look at your energies for this week, my friend. Let's look at your subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome for this week, and the overall vibe. Ooh, we got the Page of Wands here. You want to work something out. You want to clear some things out in your life. Like you want to you want some kind of sense of freedom. There's something that's been weighing on your shoulders, and there has been a situation in your life that you're really not happy about being in. The situation was brought on by energies that are outside of you, I feel like. And they made you feel very uncomfortable. They made you feel suffocated. They made you feel like you're being taken advantage of, even, possibly. So you're exploring ways of how to walk away from it, how to walk away from this energy, how to kind of deal with the situation that you're in right now without making more conflict, without making more fuss. And you are trying to regain a sense of freedom. Like you're trying to kind of not let it get to you. Let's look at the rest of the cards here. Okay. So the universe is telling you that right now you're in a Knight of Pentacles energy, which is this energy of ambition, energy of desire to be better, to be in a better place, especially financially, especially at work. So I do feel the situation might have happened for you at work, but this is a general reading, so take what resonates and see how it applies to your life. Something happened in your job situation where you are not feeling comfortable of an outcome, of a certain outcome, but you're kind of understanding that if you fight this outcome, this might interfere with your ability to progress. It might interfere with your ability to get a promotion or to be looked at by your superiors as somebody who's reliable, as somebody that they can count on. Like underneath it all, with the Magician energy here, like you have this desire to change things up. Like you have this desire to not be in this situation. So you kind of want to get away from feeling like you've been wronged, right? And you're trying to find a positive in the situation. And again, it has to do with that ambitions of yours. And you kind of want to make these decisions right now, but the universe is telling you, the Lovers is in your obstacle here. You are forced to make this choice of how to proceed. And because you have to make this choice, and because you're still feeling so confused about the situation, you don't know which choice to make, and therefore you are in this place of indecision, essentially. So something happened at your job. You've been wrong in some type of way, and you want to get away from that situation, but you're not sure whether you should just kind of let the water under the bridge, or however that phrase goes, or if you have to stand up for yourself and potentially jeopardize your situation, potentially jeopardize your standing with your supervisors and your superiors at your job, and therefore kind of potentially sabotaging your ability to progress within your current situation. The Page of Cups is in your strength, and I like it. The Page of Cups is the energy of happy surprises. This is the very much light energy of like a dreamy energy, nice energy. Like I kind of, every time I feel this energy, it's like that summer afternoon when the sun is blazing and you get this little wind. To me, it just feels so nice and cozy and so happy. The universe is telling you this energy is available to you right now, and you have to make your decision based on whatever makes you feel best. If it's speaking up that you feel is going to make you feel better right now within the situation, then that's what you got to do. You got to speak up. You got to say your truth. You got to share how you feel, and you got to kind of stand your ground here. However, if you're not feeling like that's the right thing to do, yet like people around you might be telling you, go ahead and do it, stand up for yourself, then don't do it. Whatever decision you're going to make has to feel right. And the universe is telling you, you got to make that decision, because the state of indecision, this inability to decide which way to go, is driving you nuts. It's driving you crazy. It's totally keeping you trapped right now. So in order to release that energy, you got to go one way or the other way. And whichever way you're going to go, King of Pentacles is here as the outcome, is going to be the right decision, because it's going to make you happy at the end of the day. And when you're going to decide which way to go, you're also going to be confident, because it's going to make you feel good. I hope I'm articulating these energies correctly. The point of this is that you gotta act now. Whichever way feels best for you, that's the way you should go. And once you speak up or let the water run under the bridge, it will alleviate so much stress off of you, and you will still be able to progress and follow your ambitions. You're going from a knight to a king, regardless of what you do. As long as you're doing it, as long as whatever you're doing is actually feeling good to you. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video, click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Pisces. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. Let's look at your energies, my dear friend. Let's look at your subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome for this week, and the overall vibe. We got the Death card as your overall vibe. There's an end of a cycle. Something is changing in your life, my dear friend, or the universe wants you to change something in your life, to get rid of whatever is no longer serving you, to get rid of whatever you've already grown out of, and to open an opportunity to a new beginning. Let's see what the rest of the cards are saying here. Okay, so I feel like some of you are in this Five of Pentacles energy because you could be possibly physically ill, because Five of Pentacles card is indicative of some kind of an illness or being hurt, like you see this guy on the crutches here, or being insecure about something. Like it could be just having a need for money or a need to get better. I do feel for some of you, or for many of you actually, even though this is a general reading, the Ace of Wands is in your subconscious drive. That's the energy of wealth and energy of getting trying to get better, like trying to increase your well-being here. And I feel like some of you have either lost some money or have been at a job that no longer is paying you as much as it has in the past. Others of you are trying to recover from an illness or an injury, and that's where kind of like all of your energy is going to. Your willpower is very strong to either get better in your physical sense or in your financial sense here, and I do feel like you're trying to work out all different ways of how to get yourself out of the situation where you're in now, so you will never ever again kind of be in the same situation, or at least not feel the way that you're feeling right now. The Four of Pentacles is in your obstacle. The universe is telling you that this week you might be a little bit stubborn, especially as it comes to your family and your friends and your overall attitude towards the world. You might be really much, what's the word I'm looking for? Too reserved in your energy, like you might not want to go out and talk to people, or because you're feeling so crappy here, you might not want to engage in your social obligations, or see your friends, or speak to your family members, you know, like you might just want to keep it all inside of yourself. You just might want to keep it all to yourself, which is not the best way to approach this week here, especially if you're suffering, especially if you're going through a tough time, especially if you're searching for solutions, you know. The universe is telling you that there has to be a little bit of a balance here, with this Justice card being in your strength. Like you got to make a bit of a more fair discernment in regards to how to proceed here with the people around you. Yes, your priority should be your well-being, right? Your priority should be your health and your wealth here, of course. However, people around you are not your enemy. Like I don't feel that energy, unless they're like totally the ones who like screwed you over or sabotaged you in like a financial dealing or something. You know, you have close people to you who are very kind to you, who are very patient with you, who find a way and find time to be with you. And you have to be fair to them as well as being fair to yourself. That's why you kind of have to find that balance. Like totally hiding away from the rest of the world is not going to be a solution here. You have to get out there, and you have to not necessarily even get out there, but like pick up that phone, you know, call up that friend of yours, send a text message to your friends. It could ignite a conversation. It could allow you to create some kind of clarity in your mind as well, and will help you figure out how to proceed, because you need to get better for sure. But I feel like there is a stuck energy here where you just don't know how to fully do it. So you are kind of I just had the word and it just left me. So you're kind of reverting to that energy of like, okay, let me conserve all my energy, let me conserve all my resources, and not be out there. And that's not the best solution here. Look at this. The King of Pentacles is an outcome. I love it. This shall pass, you know, with patience and some very rational decisions. This shall pass. If this is a physical issue that you're fighting with or dealing with here, then of course, you know, be smart. Like if you are injured in some type of way, do not re-engage in activities that can potentially hurt you again. If you have lost some money on stock market, do not reinvest in stock market. You know, like obviously this is not a financial advice, and obviously this is not a health advice, so please don't take it as such, but I hope at least my analogy is going to help you understand like how to proceed. You just have to be patient with yourself, and you have to be patient while you are transitioning from this situation where you're now, which is very uncomfortable, into much better situation for yourself. You just got to give yourself a little time, give yourself a little patience. You know, nothing happens overnight, but this transition is happening, and you are walking towards being better, feeling better, and just overall having a much more secure vibe about you. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video, click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Aries. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 4th through April 9th. Sorry, April 3rd through April 9th. Happy birthday to all my Aries signs. Let's look at your energy for this week. your subconscious drives, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. Oh, we got the Three of Pentacles here. Good energy, energy of partnership, friendship, teamwork, collaboration, building something together with other people, being on the same page with other people. Also, maybe working with like a hired professional, like an accountant, a psychologist, social worker, which I think is big here by looking at these cards right here. You're currently in the Temperance energy, which tells me that you're going through some kind of a change in your life, change in your perspective, change in who you are as a person. You're trying to figure out your path in life, and that's why I feel like many of you are seeking advice from either your friends or like a licensed person, like a life coach, as I said, social worker, psychologist, or somebody to just kind of try to figure out which way to go. You are willing to spend a lot of effort on figuring out where you are right now versus where you want to be at versus how you're going to get there. And you're really spending some time on contemplating all of the possible options for yourself for the future. And the biggest part here, you're trying to do it in a much healthier way than you've done it in the past. You're trying to figure out how to heal yourself from like past trauma, past experiences that potentially have been holding you down. With the Ace of Pentacles being in your health and well-being sector here in your subconsciousness, you're really trying to kind of do everything going forward in a way that's more peaceful, more calm, more satisfactory to you, instead of like trying to appease people around you, which is really, really great here. The Empress is in your obstacle here for the week, which can have that energy of like lightheartedness and not being super serious. So you might be kind of having these serious undertones in your mind, and you might be like seeking advice from all these licensed professionals of how to change your mind, but you might not be applying those things truly to your current situation. So if somebody's telling you, giving you an advice of like, maybe you should establish stronger boundaries, whether it's pertaining to your personal space, like your needs, like verbalizing your needs, or even like your financial situation, you might say, okay, I'll work on it, but like my friend, this like my friend, whatever their name is always so nice to me, so like if they do call me in the middle of the night, I'm gonna pick up that phone. Bam, like you're gonna allow somebody to overstep that boundary again. Or I'm just gonna give them $500 to borrow, even though I know I'm never gonna see that money back. Bam, again, you might like have that sense of breaking those boundaries, or like breaking the advice that you're getting and agreeing with for the sake of like your friendships, or for the sake of just kind of being in the moment and not really being serious in establishing whatever parameters in your life, kind of like cold turkey almost, like cutting out whatever doesn't work and just sticking with whatever does work. And the universe is telling you like, new cycle is here, my friend. Wheel of Fortune is in your strength. Want it or not, new cycle is here. The change is here. And there's a huge positive opportunity to change up your life in a way that's more beneficial to you, but you gotta kind of stick with it, right? Like you gotta understand what you're moving towards to, and if it is establishing like stronger boundaries, then you kind of got to stick with it, and it's going to get easier as the time goes. Even if initially it feels uncomfortable, even if initially you still have like that, embedded response to pick up that phone on your friend and in the middle of the night, or give them money or whatever. If you stay kind of a little bit more strict with yourself and more serious with yourself, it's going to become easy for you to adjust to this new version of you, and the universe will kind of like adjust with you as well, and people around you will adjust with you, if that makes sense. I hope I'm articulating these energies correctly for you. And look at this, Sun is the outcome here. Amazing. which tells me the harmony is coming, my friend. The harmony is going to be here. Just do whatever's right for you. If you haven't started working with a licensed professional to help you in certain areas, do that. Or at least like start talking with your, trusted friend of how to fix the situation. Obviously, this is a general reading, and to me, this was like really coming up as like a personal journey. This could be a work situation as well here. This could be just like money situation as well. So take how it resonates and stick to your boundaries this week, my dear friend. Hope this video clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video, click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Taurus, welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. One of your cards already fell on the floor for your energy. So let me get the other cards out for your subconscious drives here, your obstacle for this week, support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. Ooh, Queen of Swords, very serious energy. Energy of a lot of thinking, contemplation, energy of just kind of keep being very rational as well. You're gonna feel very clear-minded this week, or at least the universe is calling you to be very clear-minded this week, where your emotions are gonna be pretty much separate from your thinking here. And if you do have to make any big decisions in regards to anything in your life, this is a really good time to do so, because you're easily able to separate your emotions from your from the logical side of yourself. Therefore, you can make really, really good, concrete, big decisions. And look at this. We are currently in the Judgment energy, which is the energy of renewal, which is the energy of reflection, energy of figuring out how to change your life, how to heal, how to make your life better here. And this could happen because, like, out of nowhere, you might have like this big thought, like, oh my God, like, however I've been living my life is no longer working. Like, however I've been spending money is no longer working. My life work balance is no longer working for me. So you could just have that epiphany moment, which is going to make you help you start figuring out, okay, so how do I readjust my life to align better with who I am and what my needs are? Because the Six of Pentacles in your subconscious, and it tells me that you don't feel like there is a balance in your life. There's no balance in your work situation. There's possibly no balance in your relationships. You're giving too much to somebody and you're not giving and getting enough. Or maybe you're in a situation where you'll rely on somebody financially really strongly, and therefore you have to sacrifice your emotional needs for the financial reward that you're getting out of this relationship. And you're really much realizing what is happening. You understand clearly how the dynamics in your life are working right now, but it doesn't mean that you're happy, right? Like, it doesn't mean that you are satisfied with the way things are going right now in your life. This is a general reading, so take how it resonates. I don't know which specific area of life this affects you. I strongly do feel this is like a misbalance in work-life dynamic, or like a dynamic with like a very personal relationship to yourself, to you rather. And the universe is telling you that the King of Pentacles is in your obstacle. Being patient and just kind of sitting and waiting for something to happen is not going to help you right now. Also, prioritizing your financial well-being right now is not might not be good for you in the long term, unless you're totally okay with it. Like, unless you're totally realizing the compromise that you are having to do in order, or to make in order to keep your financial stability, and kind of realizing that you have to give something up to have that. It's a very conflicting energy because I feel like there's a sense of confusion with this as well. You might feel very much confused and not sure which way to proceed or how to proceed within the situation. And the universe is telling you, like with the 10 of Wands being in your strength, I mean, this is the time to kind of like understand your own responsibility within the situations and within your dynamics, and also your responsibilities to yourself and your family, right? Like if you are having a work life balance, but you're getting paid well at the job that you're doing, and the money provides home for you, the money provides food for you, your kids, it provides certain levels of comforts, then you kind of have to understand that, okay, this is your responsibility to continue providing for your family, because maybe if you switch your job and work somewhere else, you will get half the money, and therefore, yes, you might be able to spend more time with the family, but in the end of the day, you're not going to have any lights turned on in your home. You know what I mean? Like, it's very dramatic the way I'm describing it. However, this is the energy that I'm feeling. Like, you know it. Or if you are in a relationship with a person who might not be 100% there for you, who might not be the best partner in the world, but you are feeling a level of security within this relationship, and you're understanding that, okay, I am responsible to provide for my kids, then I have to take this burden onto myself to stay in this relationship for now until I'm able to find a better and more secure position for myself where I can be independent. Does it make sense? I hope that it does, because it's kind of like this is the time of like transitioning from the person that you used to be into a person that you are now. I do feel strongly like you are seeing things around you, maybe not for the first time, but through like a new lens. And you're kind of realizing that some things are just truly bothering you and you no longer can deal with, while you are okay with some other aspects of your life. And this rational energy that's over you right now is really helping you make a really good plan for you and your family right now. Look at the outcome. We got the Emperor. I love it. You will find your stability, and you will find that control of your life sooner than later, especially if you're approaching this really rationally with the way this energy is telling you to do it and the energy that's available to you. You will regain that sense of being in total control of your life regardless of your circumstances, you know, because you're going to understand that there are some compromises that you will always need to make in order to get something else in life. And I feel like you're going to come to that conclusion as the week progresses. And it's going to alleviate some kind of the stress, and it's going to give you a sense of security, and like kind of give you that confidence back, because you're going to understand exactly where you are. And I feel like for many of you, you're going to be able to make the right decision whether to stay in your situations and to move on, and you're going to feel good about your decision. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. I feel like every time I've been reading for you, I'm confused as heck here. Like the video, click subscribe, and have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Gemini. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. Let's look at your energies for this week, my dear friend. Let's look at your subconscious drives here. Obstacle, support, possible outcome, overall vibe. The 8 of Wands, it's going to be a fast-paced week again. A lot of movement, a lot of quick decisions are going to be made this week. I feel like you might accomplish more this week than you think you were able to accomplish in the end of last week, and that's a good thing. Right? Let's see what the rest of the cards are saying. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you are definitely, you are definitely on the move here with the Page of Swords being your current energy. You are trying to kind of figure out how to get as much accomplished as possible in order to secure your next cycle of your life. You definitely do not want to be in a situation where you're in right now, even though it doesn't look like you're in a bad situation. However, I feel like you want to progress, you want to move forward, and you feel like before you're going to be able to move forward to the next thing, you kind of have to finish up or whatever items are on the docket for you right now. With the Queen of Wands energy, I like it here because that's the energy of determination, energy of like tackling really, really big goals, energy that's gonna help you complete a lot of unfinished tasks at work, in your personal life, whatever it is, like really take a lot of things off your list. And you're gonna be able to do it in a way that's how do I say it? Like it's not gonna feel burdensome. Like you're gonna be able to accomplish a lot more this week than you even think you were able to and by the like in the end of last week. Like I'm really feeling this energy strongly, and that's what the universe is telling you. With the Page of Pentacles being here in your obstacle, there's no reason to kind of sit and wait. There's no reason to be patient about things right now. There's no reason to like start anything new either. You have to complete all the things that you haven't completed yet. There are a whole bunch of things that need to be completed this week, and you got to get them done. That's like the biggest message that I'm hearing here. And do it do it with the support of your friends here, with the Three of Cups being in your strength. Do it with the support of your community. If you need some assistance, make sure as you're working on all of these things, as you're accomplishing all of these things, you are also remembering why you need to get these things done. Like, why are they so much of a priority to you right now? And I'm feeling this, even though this is a general reading. A lot of you just want to chill and have fun and enjoy your life. And therefore, this push in your space and time right now is going to allow you to get to the next stage in your life where you are going to be able to concentrate on your friendships, on your community, a lot more. And I feel like many of you need it for your personal happiness to be maybe like not even like have a ton of friends, but be able to experience the world in a positive way. And you need time for it, and you need money for it. And therefore, in order to get money and time, you need to move yourself to the next level of your life to kind of gain that sense of comfort. Seven of Wands is the possible outcome for the week. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy week though. Like, I don't see it being easy at all. I do see a lot of determination. I do see a lot of action. I do see a lot of movement forward. And I do see a lot of rational thought and mental energy going into it to get it done in the most efficient and beneficial way for you. Very interesting energy. A great week. You're going to accomplish quite a bit here as long as you're going to stay moving and as long as you're going to stay doing what you need to get done. But don't start new things this week. This is really, really a week to complete all the little projects that you haven't done yet. I mean, not done yet, but haven't finished yet, rather, but already started. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video, click subscribe, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Cancer. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. Let's look at your energies, my dear friend. Your subconscious drives, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. We got the Moon card. I like it for you because Moon is, even though it's a Pisces card, but it is also a card of a water sign. It's a very emotional card. And I feel like you understand what it's like to be in that emotional space where sometimes things feel really good. And then the next minute, that same thing might feel kind of really odd and uncomfortable. So I feel like even though you might be surrounded by like unclear emotional energies this week, you will be able to get through it because these energies are familiar to you. This is not like the first time you are experiencing such energies. And let's look what we got here. Oh my God, all these swords, all these swords. Yeah, you're going to be thinking a lot, my dear friend. You're going to be thinking a lot about your life, about where you are in life. I feel this could be in regards to your work. This can also be in regards to your personal relationship here. You're going to be really evaluating, how does this relationship make you feel? How does this job situation make you feel? How do you kind of connect with people at your work, people around you in your community? With an Ace of Swords being your overall energy here for the week, I do feel like you're going to regain a sense of clarity, and you're going to have some breakthroughs in your understanding of where you are in life. How do you fit within your life? And also, how do people in your life fit into your life, if that makes some kind of sense. And sometimes it might feel a little icky. It might not feel really nice if you have a realization that, like, let's say a person you've been working with for like 2 years is really, doesn't have your back the way you thought they had your back. And that kind of realization might kind of make you feel a bit sad for a second. And you might feel like, oh my God, what a misfortune, like I really trusted this person. I relied on their presence. I relied on their support. And they kind of, they're not there for me the way I thought they were there for me. But at the same time, with the Six of Swords here being a subconscious drive, this realization will kind of allow you to create like that mental freedom of like, you know what? Okay, moving on. It means I don't have to be as committed to this person myself. And having that clarity, like, okay, I can't rely on them, but it also means I don't have to go out of my way for them, will kind of bring you a sense of like some kind of weird harmony, like some kind of weird like sense of peace, you know what I mean? So that's those emotions are a bit confusing, yes. Like, how can somebody backstabbing you might feel good in any way, but it's gonna feel good in a sense that you're gonna be able to shed them off and walk away from that relationship guilt-free. It's still with the Two of Swords being your obstacle, it doesn't mean it's going to be super easy. You might continue feeling that confusion as you will need to make that difficult choice. Like, oh my God, but they've been my colleague for 2 years, like we've been through this together, we've done this together, like I know the names of their kids, like, we went to get their dog together, we went to lunch every Friday. But man, like, how the heck did they screw me over like this? You still might have those thoughts coming in and out, in and out, in and out. And that's okay. You're only human, right? You're only human in the end of the day. And it is hurtful when somebody does something that we do not expect them to do. Again, this is a general reading, so take how it resonates and apply it to your life, how it applies to your life, this is a very general reading. But this energy of like being kind of screwed over, maybe like not totally screwed over, but like realizing something about somebody will definitely create confusion in your life. And what the universe is telling you with an Eight of Pentacles being your strength, stay being strong, stay having high standards. You deserve better, my dear Cancer. You deserve to be treated right. You deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve to be treated like an equal individual, somebody who is reliable, somebody who is kind, somebody who's there for their friends, their family, their colleagues, and you need to be reciprocated the same level of give as you're giving. You know, don't back down, my dear friend. If you feel like somebody's wronged you, it's only your right to walk away from that relationship on an emotional level. Obviously, if this is work related indeed, you can't just run away from your colleagues, but you can you can pull back quite a lot, and you can become really busy on those Friday nights when you want to have dinner together. You know, it's the ball is in your court, basically, and you're going to regain that stability. You're going to have, you know, it's going to make you happy. But the Ten of Cups being as your outcome, you're going to feel happy underneath it all. You're going to feel satisfied with your decision. You're going to feel, you know, you're going to feel very much more stable as the week progresses and as you're making this decision to cut people out of your life who are no longer serving you in a beneficial manner or treating you right. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video, click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super, super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Leo. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. We got your energy here already for the week. Your subconscious drive, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. You're looking ahead, my friend. You're looking ahead with your energy being in a Three of Wands, and with the overall energy being in Temperance, you're understanding that you are not really living your life in the best way possible. You're not as healthy as you should be. You're not as calm as you need to be. You're not as rested as you need to be. And you're kind of having this big realization, like, wait a second, like, all these things are affecting me. If I'm not well, if I'm not rested, if I'm not taking care of myself, how am I going to proceed on my path? How am I going to do good for myself going forward? So I feel like you are being in the space of realization, like, okay, I have to change things up, and you are understanding that it's going to take some time and it's going to take some effort in order to kind of move in the direction in which you want to move forward to. And you're willing to do it. You're willing to commit yourself to it, to be better, to be stronger, to be more rested. Because remember, when you're rested, you can make better decisions. And the driving force behind it is the Ten of Pentacles here. That's like your ability to make money, your ability to bring financial stability into your family. That's really your driving force. And you're realizing you just don't have enough energy. You are not healthy enough, you're not well enough, you're too distracted to kind of prioritize the needs of your family right now, because you're not taking care of yourself the way that you should take care of yourself. The obstacle for this week is the High Priestess, and that's the energy of being passive, an energy of ignorance, ignoring the signs that you gotta change something up in your life, ignoring that you need to prioritize your health, start working out, you know, start sleeping more, especially if you're sacrificing your sleep for other things like watching TV or watching YouTube, reading even, like whatever it is. Like, sleep should be a #1 priority. So don't be ignorant to that. Definitely take precautions to prioritize it, because there's a high chance of you being just like totally unhinged because you're simply tired. It's like a little toddler, right? Like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, whatever toddlers are. I don't know. I never had a kid. But you always see them yelling and screaming in the mall because they're not able to express themselves. They're not able to say, like, Mommy, Daddy, I'm just tired and I want to go to bed. But before I go to bed, I want to eat a hot dog, right? They just start screaming and yelling and like being totally obnoxious. And that's kind of the energy of that I'm feeling here, because you're so low on your energy, because you're so low on rest, because you're not feeling as good as you should, you're kind of like in that state of a mental state of a toddler. Sorry for comparing you to a toddler, but like you can't make a rational decision, and you cannot make a rational assessment of your current situation, and therefore you might come off crude, and you might come off really much hysterical to people around you, which you do not want to do at all here. I don't feel it that you want to hurt anybody or come off as a crazy person to anybody. That's not it. The universe is telling you the Nine of Pentacles is in your strength. Find time, find space to relax and kind of enjoy life a little bit. And by enjoying life a little bit, I don't mean like going out and partying. What I mean is like sitting down on a bench and enjoying the sound of birds singing, watching the sunrise, watching the sunset, just enjoying nature, enjoying your home, you know, sitting on the couch. How nice it is to sit on the couch sometimes, right? Like with a hot cup of tea or something, wrapped up in a blanket. Like, find those little joys in your life right now. If you can take a couple of days off, take a couple of days off. Try to relax. Try to kind of regain that inner energy. Try to increase your well-being, and continue planning on how to revamp your life in a way that's going to be more beneficial to your health in the long term here. Yeah, and you're going to come out as a King of Pentacles in the end of this, like with patience and a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Persistence here. You will be able to get to a place where you feel emotionally satisfied, where you feel like you have enough in your life. Because when you've rested, when you are mentally relaxed and physically relaxed, you're able to see how to increase your money situation, how to do better at work, how to do better for your family. But that requires, again, patience. It requires a proper planning, and it requires prioritizing your well-being here. We got 1, 2, 3 cards of patience here. So be patient with yourself, my dear Leo. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video, click subscribe, and have a very wonderful week. Hello, my dear Virgo, welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd. Sorry, my mic is all over the place. April 3rd through April 9th. Let's look at your energies for the week, your subconscious drives, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. We got the 9 of Wands here as the overall vibe. Energy of resilience, energy of persistence, sometimes even energy of disagreements. Let's unfold the rest of the cards before I say more about it. Okay. Yeah, interesting energies. Look at this. With the Knight of Wands being in your strength here, in your overall vibe here, you want to kind of have a little adventure in your life. You want to have a little bit of excitement in your life. You're kind of like fed up being where you are right now. You're fed up being in your circumstances. Look at this, the 5 of Pentacles in your subconscious drive. So you're either not feeling well, and I've been picking this card a lot for you, my dear Virgo, like not feeling well, literally having physical issues, or just like not feeling secure with your finances, like feeling trapped. That energy of feeling trapped is definitely here. And I feel like you really want to get out of it. You really, really, really want to get out of it, and you just don't know how to do it. Or you have an idea of how to do it, but you're rushing it too quickly. And this impatience of yours, this overall desire to do something different, yet not having a solid plan, could bring in a lot of disagreements to you in your life. And even some arguments in your life that could potentially make you feel a lot worse or set you back quite a bit. I don't know. This is a general reading, so do take it how it resonates. I'll just continue expressing the energies as I'm feeling them. The universe is telling you that the Fool is in your obstacle. And that's the energy of being irrational. Maybe because you're not feeling so great about yourself, about your situation, about where you are in life right now, and you want something different so bad, you might start nitpicking and kind of bringing out arguments with people around you. Or you might have a bit of a irrational understanding of what you need to do, how you need to change up your life. It's kind of like when you want something done right away, you're not really fully thinking about, okay, if I do this right now, how is this going to affect me 2 months from now? How is this going to affect me 2 years from now? So it's like that sloppy decision making. Let me just do something now because I feel like doing something. I feel like changing something up right now in order to get out of my situation, in order not to be where I am right now. But in the end, it just might not bring you to where you need to be, but instead kind of give you a bit of a setback and kind of put you back to like where you are right now, because you haven't thought through exactly what is it that you're trying to fix in your life, and you haven't hashed out a solid plan of how am I going to fix this? How am I going to change it up? The Five of Wands is in your strength, and I like it because that's the energy of transformation here. And the way you can transform your life is by either using others as a role model, or seeking advice from somebody who knows what you need help with. So if you are, like financially insecure right now and having financial troubles, instead of like coming up with some kind of a crazy idea like, that's it, I'm not spending a penny ever again, I'm gonna get 4 jobs and I'm gonna, I don't know, like invest all my money into like this stock that's definitely gonna bring me back like 100% whatever rewards or whatever it's called. Like those are kind of like irrational ways to handle the situation, and they're all gonna kind of like bring you back to a disappointment. Like if you can't spend any money at all, like, and you're starving yourself, that's also not good, right? Like you can't starve yourself, you can't starve your children, you can't invest all of your money into one stock. Stocks are so, up and down all the time. But if you speak with a financial advisor, if you speak with somebody who is maybe an accountant, or who is, I don't even know the titles of these people, but like knows about finances and how to like budget, maybe they can teach you how to utilize the resources that you have and allocate them in a way that's going to be beneficial to you in the long term. Or if you're trying to get healthy again, maybe the doctor's advising you to stay on bed rest, but you're so angsty, like you can't do it anymore, like you're so fed up. All you want to do is start like walking in the park again. You're going on your 6-mile walk every day. And if you push yourself a little too fast, a little too hard, you're going to set yourself right back, because your body's probably not fully there yet. You know what I mean? And yeah, so do speak with people who know what they're talking about, who can help you in this situation before making a final decision, because I do feel you're just going to get angsty and you're going to get upset, and you're going to have a setback because you won't be able to proceed in a way that's the most beneficial for you right now. Ooh, the World card. So this cycle is about to be over, and I feel like the cycle's been about to be over for you for quite some time here. It's coming. You just have to be a little bit more patient, and you're gonna, take the right steps in order to complete the cycle. Don't rush it. It's gonna come. It's available to you. The reward is near, my dear friend. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video, click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Libra. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. I have 2 cards that already landed on the floor for you. Let me pick them up. And it landed like this. So this is going to be your energy for the week, your subconscious drives here. Let's get your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. Another busy week for you, my dear friend. You're going to have a lot of balancing going on, a lot of decision making going on here during this week. I feel like it's going to be fast paced, but manageable at the same time. You are in a King of Pentacles energy for this week, and that's the energy of prosperity and security. I do feel like you're going to be putting a lot of effort into your work situation. You are going to prioritize your financial needs over other needs during this week, and that's exactly what's going to make you happy. With the Queen of Cups beating your subconscious drive here, you want to be comfortable. You want to be in a place of stability, and that's what's kind of not being stable and not being calm due to finances kind of really takes you out of your equilibrium. And you don't like that. You don't like that space. Therefore, you're going to be working really hard to create stability within your life. And I do feel like your work situation might be really busy this week, because you're going to have a lot of things going on, a lot of potential activities going on, which you will feel like you cannot skip, or you cannot not do, because you're understanding how integral those things are to your job security, to your financial stability. Others of you could be looking at your finances as a whole and revamping your financial goals, your financial security here, looking at where your money goes, looking at where you can save some money to bring a little bit more comfort back into your life. This is a good time to look at like how to repay your debts. This is a good time to look at even job opportunities, looking for a new job that's going to be more prosperous for you and also provide more financial security for you. So this week, as the universe is telling you, the death is an obstacle. So you should be looking at those things. You should be accomplishing different ventures within your current job situation. You should be looking at how to improve your financial stability overall, because it's time to get rid of everything that's no longer serving you here. If you have expenses that are not really necessary, they're not even like a really wanted want, cut those out. Like what's the common advice everyone gives you about finances? Like, look at all the subscription services you have and just start cutting out the things that you don't use. $9.99 here, $15.99 there. Those things add up. Next thing you know, you might find $75 every month that you didn't think you even had. It could be something as little, or it could be something much bigger, where you start shopping, instead of shopping at one place, you start shopping at a different place for your groceries, right? Or just thinking, instead of buying, packaged things, you're gonna start buying more fresh things. Whatever it is, I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do feel like you're gonna start cutting out things that are not helping you. And even at your job situation, I said you're gonna be like tackling a lot of projects this week. You're gonna be able to prioritize which projects are more important for you to accomplish in order to get where you need to get, and which projects need to be totally eliminated, totally cut out, out of your out of your like to-do list. Do watch out for that energy of like wasting things away, wasting your energy away on things that don't matter, wasting your finances away on things that do not matter. Prioritize this devil energy. Like intuitively, you already know what you want, and intuitively you understand that some things are your needs and some things are your wants, and kind of like allow yourself to tap into that selfish space of your mind, where not only are you going to be able to prioritize your needs during this time, but also figure out a way to keep the ones that are actually conducive to your lifestyle. For example, if you're eliminating costs and you're paying X amount of money for a gym membership, but you actually go to the gym 5 days a week and you enjoy going to the gym, and that's a source of your happiness, stay selfish, especially when there's like if you're like trying to hash out this budget with your partner, stay selfish and like, no, don't cut out the thing that makes you happy. Cut out something else instead that might be like a cable TV or something that might be like more of a necessity to some people, but to you maybe it's not. And you can save money by cutting out cable instead of cutting out the gym membership, or vice versa. Whatever it is, everybody's life is different. But the devil energy being in your strength here too, like I feel you will be able to make like the right discernment and really identify what is trapping you and what is setting you back versus what is helping you and what is propelling you forward. This applies to the work situation just as much, right? Like, what are you spending your time on? Are you wasting your time chit-chatting with like people at your job who love to chit-chat, who never do anything? Like, we all have those people at work, for those of us who work, who just will always find time to BS about nothing, yet they don't ever seem to be doing any work and they seem to be fine. Meanwhile, your to-do list is like 25 pages long and you don't have time to BS the way that they're BSing, like whatever it is. And of course, this is a general reading, so take how it resonates. And this big message that I'm feeling is like, be active this week. Prioritize your financial security, your financial needs over everything else this week, because that's what's going to give you calm and security within yourself. And don't be scared to cut things out that don't serve you anymore, especially if you're honest with yourself. You will be able to make the right discernment of what you should be doing, what you should not be doing. And I feel like with the Seven of Swords being the final outcome for this week, or possible outcome for this week, you'll be able to really make the right discernment. Again, feeling like it's in a financial sector really strongly, you will identify what financial burdens you're carrying that are not yours, or you should not really need to be responsible for. And you'll be able to cut those out really, really easily. And also stand up for those that for those financial items, expenses that are you know, necessary to you and might not be necessary to your partner. It's a good week for that. Good week to hash out your financial situation. I really like this energy a lot. A lot of propelling forward, a lot of movement forward here that I feel. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things. Like the video, click subscribe, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Scorpio. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. Let's look at your energies, my dear friend. We got 9 of Cups that already fell out for your overall energy, for your energy. Let's look at your subconscious drives, obstacles, support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. Ooh, we got the lovers. The lovers, lovers, lovers. I like this energy because in your relationships, I feel like you're going to have a good connection with the people that you're partnering up with, whether it's your significant other, whether this has to do with a marriage or whether this has to do with like a partnership at work. I do feel like your unions are going to be very strong this week and very emotionally satisfying, with the 9 of Cups being your overall energy for the week. I feel like you are in this place of finding the emotional stability, understanding where the emotional fulfillment lays in for you. It's kind of like the energy of you just want to have a good time. You want to enjoy yourself. You do not want to feel any kind of stress. You do not want to feel any kind of pull and push. You don't want to deal with arguments. You don't want to deal with nitpicking. You just want to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, feeling chill, feeling emotionally satisfied, kind of enjoying your wealth essentially in some way. And the Page of Swords is in your subconscious here. You've been thinking about it a lot too, like how to prioritize your emotional satisfaction over everything else in life, how to enjoy the little moments in life, like how to enjoy the sunshine, how to enjoy the flowers, how to enjoy the beautiful songs, right? Like how to prioritize those things and not really concentrate on things that are, have low vibration, like not to concentrate on reading the news or watching something really sad on TV, like how to avoid low vibrational items and how to prioritize items that increase your vibration and bring you closer to the our like inner need to be in a high vibrational state, right? This week you might feel some type of way here and there with the 5 of Pentacles being in your obstacle. Like you might feel insecure at times. You might feel like you don't have enough. You might feel like there is not enough. Either not enough money, not enough, you might not feel 100%. Could be just like little setbacks here and there. You might like be in a situation where you don't feel like the end is near, even though it's so close. However, with the 7 of Cups being in your strength here, there's an option. There's an option to solve any issue that comes up. And I feel like you're going to see multiple options. If you're not feeling well, you'll kind of understand, okay, what am I going to do? Like, what are my options right now? If I'm not feeling well, so I'm going to call out of work. I'm going to go take a nap. I'm going to get some bone broth. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to give myself some time and space to heal and relax. And the next day, you'll wake up feeling much, much better, right? Like you're going to kind of analyze what your options are. If you can't leave your job, you'll know, okay, I'm going to cancel all my friends tonight. I'm not going to go out to dinner. I'm not going to go drink. I'm not going to go party. Instead, I'm just going to go home and rest. Like you'll see what your options are very clearly this week. I do feel overall like this is more of your emotional space and how you're connecting with people around you this week energy. However, this can apply to any area of your life. I do feel like you want to enjoy your partners as well this week, but I do feel like you might be disappointed a little bit, like if you are if like your colleague, like your best person at your job is not just like living up to their potential this week. Like let's say you had a grand plan to go somewhere and do something. They might call in sick, they might cancel on you due to something coming up on their side. They're the ones who might feel like they're not up to doing what they've committed to do with you. And that's okay as well. If this comes up in that way, then again, you'll see the choices. You'll be like, okay, they canceled me today, not a big deal. Let me just like not get down over it, but instead let me see what else I can do. If we were to do like a yoga class together, I can go alone. Like it's not a big deal. If we were gonna have dinner at this new restaurant, we'll just reschedule for a different date. Like not a big deal. Instead, kind of like find the positive in the situation, whatever that situation may be for you. Look at this, you'll be fine. The Nine of Pentacles is here. It's a good energy. That's the energy of the rewards, energy to like having the strong desire to enjoy yourself. I really like it. I do feel like even if you're not feeling great, like underneath it all, there's so much energy around you and in you that just wants you to enjoy your life and kind of stay in a peaceful state and kind of stay in that calm place where you will have a good time with people that you're connecting with, but also you will have a good time by yourself, within yourself, if for some reason you need to cancel on them or they cancel on you. It's all about choices. And the Lover's card is also not only highlighting the partnerships in your life, but it also indicative of there's always a choice. And I feel like you're going to be choosing your happiness over anything else this week. Love the energy, my friends. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the energy, click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Sagittarius, welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. Let's look at your energies for this week. We got a Three of Swords for your energy, flipping out your subconscious drive, obstacles, support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. We got a King of Cups as the overall vibe. It's an interesting energy because King of Cups is a very easygoing energy. King of Cups is a very loving and very kind of idealistic king. And sometimes when you're very much idealistic and when you're looking for certain what is it, like when you're expecting the same I can't pronounce words. When you're looking for the same kind of peace and love and from other people, sometimes it might leave you being slightly disappointed because the way you're perceiving love is not exactly the way it might be given to you. So it might push you to detach because you're just not getting it the way you are receiving it. And the Three of Swords is here as your overall energy for this week, telling me that you might feel a little bit of a disappointment. You might feel a little bit of a disappointment in your relationships. You might feel a little bit disappointment with your friends, or even, like at work. At work, there could be a little bit of disappointment. Maybe you expected more from the situation, and just like the reality is the reality is just looking slightly different from how you expected for it to show up. And you know, it's driven by your sense of fear here, with the Ten of Swords being a subconscious mind. Watch out for being scared. Like, if you're feeling like your relationship, the person is not receiving and giving you love and affection the way you envision for it to happen, it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't love you. Like, right now you are in this kind of fearful state of everything is going to collapse or everything is going to fail, and therefore you might look at the world from that lens, like everything is failing and nothing is working out the way that it should work out. So watch out for that energy, please, because I do feel like it might not be a full representation of how things are. Also, at work situation, you know, you might have expected a certain outcome within a certain time frame, and now you're kind of disappointed because it's not going to be done as fast or the way you wanted to, or the way you wanted for it to happen. And you're going to be afraid that, oh my God, now the whole thing is just going to completely collapse. You might feel defeated. You might feel like, oh my God, it's never going to work out. But it doesn't mean that. Like, it really truly doesn't mean that. With the Seven of Cups being in your obstacle, that overall vibe of uncertainty is just kind of totally overwhelming you. And your idealistic view of how you want things to be is not aligning to reality, and therefore it's causing even more uncertainty because you're like, oh my God, it's not working out, like it's not working. Meanwhile, it is working. It is the way it's supposed to be. Like right now, you just have to be a little bit more patient, and you gotta allow it to unfold in a way that it needs to unfold. With the Five of Pentacles being in your strength sector here, is just a reminder that you might hear unexpected news that will clarify a bunch of things for you. It's a reminder that this period of uncertainty is about to be over. Like, these two characters are in front of a church building, and look at them, they're like all sick and cold and whatever, but the entrance is literally right here, right outside of their view, or at least maybe they see it, but it's not on the card. We don't see it. So we don't see the entrance to the church. So it looks like they're desperate and they're miserable. But in reality, all they have to do is just make these few steps, and bam, they're inside this church. They're inside a safe haven. It's right there. It's right there for you. It just might not appear to look like you want it to look like. Don't forget the overall vibe of like idealistic view and like wanting things a certain way creates a very detached understanding between your desires and between the reality of the world. And it's kind of like with this reading, how I'm feeling it, the universe is just kind of prompting you like, no, stay with it. Like, it's okay. Just because you feel this type of way right now, it doesn't mean it represents reality. And all you need to do is allow for the cycle to kind of pass by for a new cycle to come back into your life. And look at this, Two of Pentacles as an outcome. I like it because it kind of reminds you that you are able to adapt to change. You are able to handle a lot, and the universe will never give you more than you can handle. It's your job to just continue prioritizing things, making decisions that are valid, like that are gonna be with you for long term, and also be able to prioritize things as they come at you. Not to concentrate on things that are not like big, but to concentrate on things that are, let me rephrase that. Not to concentrate on things that you're overthinking about, but to kind of allow opportunities in instead and kind of concentrate on the opportunity. Does it make sense? I hope that it does. This is a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you guys, but do take what resonates. I do feel a lot of like overthinking here, a lot of what's the word? Unrealistic expectations as well. And it's all stemming from that fear that keeps on coming up and coming up and coming up here for me for this reading. So kind of address those issues, like address what is it that you're so scared of, and why are you so scared of things not to materialize the way you want them to materialize. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? Once you kind of realize that like the worst thing that's gonna happen is not even really the worst thing in the world for most of you, then you'll feel better. You'll feel you'll allow that ease back in. The ease, that's the overall vibe here with the King of Cups, and the calmness will set in. Just don't let your mind go and wander this week for you, my friend. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things. Like the video, click subscribe, and have a super wonderful week.